Bumperless Hoppe style made by one of the late great Florida cue makers, Mr. Paul Dayton himself. Rest in peace, Mr. Paul Dayton. His work definitely lives on through his legacy of these great playing cues. I have never personally seen a bumperless Hoppe style by Mr. Dayton before. It's definitely a dandy of a cue right here. Nice long laser straight points. Those are ebony points going into highly figured Birdseye maple. There's that Dayton signature right there. Now the first thing that draws my attention on this cue, besides those really nice straight points and that super cool wrap that I'll tell you about in just a minute, but what I really was drawn to was the color of these veneers. Now at first glance, it has the appearance of like a purple or a really light blue. You really can't tell, but when you look up close, it appears like he did natural, a purplish blue, which is kind of, it almost looks like a baby blue at first glance. And then from another angle, it looks kind of purple, but then he does silver and then of course bordered in black. That combination really looks nice, especially with the dark ebony, the lighter color veneers, the black border, and then the Birdseye maple forearm. And for those of you that are fairly new to the world of custom cues, I will say this to you. Pay attention to the type of wood species that they use, a lot of these old school cue makers, because the newer guys right now, they are also repeating a lot of the systems and the processes and using, of course, a lot of the same type of woods for a reason. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Now, I'm one that really enjoys an ebony cue. I love a Coco Bolo cue. I believe Purple Heart hits good. But I also appreciate the playability, the hit, and the durability of Birdseye maple. Birdseye maple is a great wood, and it really plays good. It doesn't hit too hard, it doesn't hit too soft, and the cue is not too forward weighted. I like a forward weighted cue, but I don't want it to be so front heavy. And in this case, you have a mid-15s on the butt weight. I'm going to take my hand right here as I go a little bit forward. Look, there's your balance point right there where it tips forward. It's not like I'm holding it back here and it's just leaning all the way forward because you've got that lighter wood up front. How about those points? Look at that. Radial Pin. Nice clean cue out of a private high-end collection. The wrap was replaced by Mr. Gil Castillo from Castillo Leather Goods. Check him out for all of your wrap needs. He also sells some of the best cases in the industry that we have the privilege of selling for Gil. We're an official dealer of his great cases. That is an embossed shark wrap. That means that it's shark print. It's real leather, but it's not real shark. It's got a nice texture, nice feel, and of course, he does a great job with his installation. Ebony on the butt sleeve. Now, the white joint and the white Hoppe ring, I do believe that they could be natural white, but I can't tell for sure. Can't tell for sure. And if you notice on the joint right there, there's a couple of blemishes. Okay, so right here, when you look at it, it looks as though there's a couple of small chips at the top of it, and it very well may have some in there. But the reason why I say it very well may, when I run my finger over it, it's not chipped in the clear. So what that could mean, the cue may have at one point been refinished. There's no way for me to tell unless people disclose the history of a cue to me, and the previous owner did not refinish the cue. He just had the wrap upgraded. So again, you've got a couple of chips at the top of the joint there. I wouldn't worry about those cracking or anything because they have been cleared over. You can see it right there. Full transparency here at Crossroad Cues. And then there's a couple of marks at the very bottom of the butt cap. No big deal. Do I believe that the cue needs to be refinished? I don't. There's actually no dents or dings anywhere in the forearm, no dents or dings in the butt sleeve, and the nose and the forearm and the entire cue just glide across the table. There's no variation at the nose. Remember, that's what you're looking for. There's no movement at all at the bottom of the cue or anywhere on the cue. It rolls nice and straight. That's the way that you want it right there. So Paul Dayton, these cues are becoming pretty rare. I don't know how many cues that Paul produced during his career. I know that his cues have always been known for really good playability, really good craftsmanship. And I don't know how many of these bumperless hoppies that he made because I've never personally seen one, but a Paul Dayton cue within itself is something that I would definitely hang on to because he has passed away and his work, again, is continued on through his legacy of these great playing cues. Let's take one more look at that right there. This is a nice find for somebody here. Radial Pin, nice standard size butt, upgraded wrap, 2 maple shafts. The specs are on the post. If you need some financing, if you need financing or you'd like to do a layaway or a payment plan, we have many different options available. Check us out at crossroadcues.com. Paul Dayton, Bumperless Hoppe at crossroadcues.com.